So I'm going to give you another option because I want to take you off of your hands. We have a smaller class. It's in my home studio. It's a little more freewheeling. I can be a little more open with my verbiage, so to speak. When I'm having you work, I'm not trying to show you one way to do things. I'm really trying to give you multiple options. And when I work these outer leg lines, I almost never use my hands other than maybe that reinforced back of hand. I'm going to have you come in from the outside. This isn't in the workbook, by the way. You're just above the knee, and I'm going to have you use your feet. If I want more pressure, my leg is fully extended. All I'm doing is pulling her into my foot. How's that?
A little much.
Too much over here, too much on this side. Now, do you see how I did that kinesthetically? Normally, when I'm doing that to people, they don't know what part you're using. How's that better? There we go. So I tend to do it kinesthetically. If I say, hey, my right foot or my left foot, like that doesn't work so well because they're like, they don't know what you're pressing with. If I don't like straight up and down, I can change this and make it broad this way. How's that? A little better. It's not as sharp.
Oh, you
Right?
can feel it.
That's where you have to feel your way around because it gets to a point where, let's say, instead of using the big broad arch, I wanted to use the ball pad of my foot. How's that right there? Too much? How's that right there? There we go. Now my heel is on the ground, the ball pad is just pressing on that most outer leg line. Like I brought her to a point of like, ooh, and how much stress is this on my hands. So most outer leg line, lots of options. I use the ball pad at the foot. I use the big broad arch. You get more comfortable with it over time. If I decide to let her leg roll open, do you see how I can hit that first line on the outside of the leg? Because that's too much over here. Okay. Big and broad. If I decide I want a little more, I can try with the ball pad just to see. Not too much. It takes a little bit of time to learn how to feel with your legs and feet. How long did it take to learn how to kind of feel with your hands and your forearms and your elbow in school? Yeah. So give it time. Don't stress out about it. If you feel most comfortable at first, just big broad arch. If you just come in and jostle people, totally fine. You decide to work the lower leg. This is what I tend to do. I'm going to switch legs. You'll notice that I don't want to press right behind the knee into the popliteal space. I find that to be a bit uncomfortable. If I decide to work the lower leg, is that too much on the calf on this side?
Almost.
Okay. So what I'm noticing is this right here. I don't even know what to call this, but this portion of the bone, the way I've shaped the foot on the other side, is pointy. So I'm going to turn my foot and see if I can make that broad. Is that better? There we go. Because I was pressing more with this instead of across here. Make sense? But I can still work those lines this way. And reposition her however you need. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Now, the coup de grace, the big thing here, is if I come in with this leg, if I work those lines, I like to come in with my foot out. My toes are facing up towards the head. They're not like this. I'm going to reach behind the greater trochanter and start to work into the gluteals. This is really, really common to what I do. This foot just prevents it from rolling too far in. And I'm able to work the gluteals from the side. Maybe a little bit more. Now if I stop, I can press the ball pad of the foot, or the ball of the foot, into the gluteals there. Not too much?
No, I have to breathe a little bit. That's okay.
And work eventually what will be the fan lines of her hands. Just giving you some additional options. Less fingers, less strain, bigger tools. How's that?
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
So again, don't compromise your own body. If it feels uncomfortable in any way as you work, just let me know. We'll show you another option. Okay.